सातङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकम्पात्री रेखाककण्ठ मुहुश्वासकम्पात्री रेखाककण्ठ स्थितग्रीवदामोदरं भक्तिबद्धं स्थितग्रीवदामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम्। भयंकर बारिश हो रही है। बिजली के कड़ाके हो रहे हैं। परम सौभाग्य,
we are extremely fortunate
श्री कार्तिक दामोदर मास
that during this Kartik month or Damodar month which is going on, and in this pious month we are listening to the glories of the pastimes of Damodar and Kartik together. And if we have a question in our mind that what is the most difficult thing to attain, our Vedic injunctions and Vedas, sages and saints have enumerated many things that are difficult to achieve or attain. And most of them have a similar thought process. But in Skanda Puran, there is a beautiful verse describing what is difficult or durlabh to attain, where we can understand the glories of this Kartik month. Manush
देहिनां क्षणभङ्गुरा तत्रापि दुर्लभः कालः तत्रापि दुर्लभः कालः कार्तिको हरिवल्लभः कार्तिको हरिवल्लभ। इस संसार में दुर्लभ क्या है?
So in this world, what is the most difficult thing to achieve? First, it is said to get a human body is difficult to attain. So if we try to understand this verse, so the first word that we have to take is Dehinam. That is, we all who have the body, that is living entities. And for all the living entities, it is extremely difficult to get a human body, that is Manasho Deho. It is the body of a human. And it is very difficult to achieve that. So you all have been listening to Shrimad Bhagavatam for so many years. You are already aware of how much difficult it is to get human body. So we have to take 9 lakh birth in water. So there are 9 lakh living entities in the water, and 20 lakh are types of plants and trees, etc. So there are 20 lakh births then 11 lakh types of insects and worms, etc., which we kill when we see them performing pest control, etc. So there are 11 lakhs of such species. So 10 lakh birds, etc. There was one friend who used to say that I always felt that I'm flying. Maybe last birth he was a bird. And there are 10 lakh of species of the birds.
9 लाख प्रकार के जन्म जल में लेने पड़ते हैं, 20 लाख प्रकार के जन्म पेड़ और पौधे के रूप में लेने के बाद 11 लाख प्रकार के जन्म कीड़े मकोड़े के रूप में, 10 लाख जन्म पक्षियों के रूप में उड़ने वाले पक्षियों के रूप में, और 30 लाख प्रकार के जन्म,
there are 30 lakhs of birth for 4 types of animals. And if you have done some pious work, then you will get this human body. Then you tell me, is it not a difficult feat to attain? We don't get this human body easily. We have to take almost 80 lakh types of birth and deaths, and then we get this human body for once. And it took almost billions of years to cross all these 80 lakh species. And what is mentioned in the first line? Shanbhangur. What is the quality of this human body? It's not that if we get the human body, then it will be fixed that we will live for 100 years. It is momentary. Shanbhangur means which can be destroyed any moment. This human body can be taken away from us any moment. And the second meaning is every minute our body is getting destroyed, or we are moving towards the death. We are progressing toward our death.
आज शाम को हम सोए तो कल सुबह जगेंगे.
If we sleep at night, it's not certain that we will wake up next morning. So this human life is difficult to attain. And Prahlad Maharaj says in Bhagvatam, even in Ramayan, Ramchandra ji says the same, that we're very fortunate to get the human body. Krishna tells to Uddhav, it is very difficult to get a human body. And the sages and saints of Gujarat have died singing. So in essence, it is very difficult to get a human body. So you understood that getting this human body is very difficult to achieve. And what is even far more difficult to achieve or attain, it's mentioned in the second line, Tatrabi Durlabha Kala. So the time is far more difficult to get, and that month is Kartiko. Kala means time, and Kartiko, the Kartik month. Why? Because this month is Hari Vallabha, that is, it is very dear to Lord Hari. Because this Kartik month is the month of Srimati Radharani. So in this manner, this month is very dear to Lord Shri Krishna. And this time is going on, and by understanding the glory of this month, we will try to imbibe these virtues and values in our life and can become beloved of the Lord. Three things can never be destroyed or diminished. Kshay means to get diminished, or they can never end. So it is said that whoever takes birth is going to die for sure, it's certain. But so many yugas have passed or elapsed, but three things have never ended or diminished. And what are these things? It is mentioned in the Puranas from our Vedic injunctions. The holy rivers of Bharatvarsh, they have never diminished. Sometimes I stand on the banks of Bhagirathi river and we see so much water which is flowing, and sometimes we feel, and I told Aminarayan Prabhu, there are 7 wonders in the world. The first wonder should be this holy river Ganga, which is flowing since Satyuga, who was bought by none other than King Bhagirath. And yet it's flowing endlessly, and yet it is constant and eternal. It is still there. So the holy rivers never get diminished. Second, Shaile Nacheva Narada. Brahmaji tells Narad Muni that the rivers don't get diminished. And the second thing that doesn't get diminished or destroyed is the mountains. Mountains like Himalaya, Dronegiri, etc. They are still standing tall. So the rivers and the mountains never get diminished. And the third is Udadhi, that is the sea. Udish Nashche, that is the seas never get destroyed or diminished. Similarly, the austerity or pious work done in this Kartik month will never be diminished. So if we perform any austerity in this Kartik month, whether we go to holy places, we chant the holy names, visit the temple, etc., then it will never get diminished. Therefore, Padma Puran announces there is no month as Kartik, na Kartik samo maso. There is no comparison to Kartik month. And there is no yuga as Sat Yuga. And there are no other scripture compared to Vedas. And there is no other holy place as Mother Ganga. So as there is no yuga as compared to Sat Yuga, and there is no scripture better than Veda, and no holy place like Ganga. And if after listening to so much glories of Kartik month, I bring so much proof from so many scriptures and quote from there, and still if you don't imbibe it in your life, then who will be most unfortunate than you? The water is flowing so much that my home is filled with water. So we should start with Govardhan Leela so that this rain should stop. So there are so many glories in the Kartik month, as you might be aware, but there is another glory because the water is flowing. So I remember or I'm contemplating on water. So there is a very beneficial thing to take a bath during the Kartik month. Although it's so we should daily take bath, and especially in the river or a lake, etc. Or if you get an opportunity to take a dip in holy rivers like Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, etc. So in Skand Puran, it is mentioned we should try to take a vow or sankalp. We should take some water in our hand and we should speak this. So after purifying ourselves, Kartike aham karishyami pratasana janardana.
दामोदर मया सह, ये मंत्र बोलकर हमें स्नान करना
So
चाहिए।
if we
और स्नान के पहले
speak this verse and before taking the dip, and we should take a vow before we take a bath that I will do what? I will take a bath in the Brahma Muhurta or early morning in the Kartik month. Why? Priti Artham, to attain the love of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna. Oh Krishna, oh Lord. So Baldev Bhai has clicked the picture, so from tomorrow he is going to do the same. Oh Lord of the demigods, may I have my heart, mind and soul focused on you. So by listening to such Vedic injunctions, whoever perform austerity in the month of Kartik, as we discussed, to take the dip in holy rivers, and they get so much benefit and fruit of the same. So as there are 4 days and we are participating in the Haridwar and Vrindavan Yatra, so I was contemplating for the travelers and for people who are listening here, so that you can contemplate as well, which is very important too. So if we take a holy dip in the holy rivers, but if we don't have 5 qualities in us, then even no matter if we take a holy dip in any holy place or holy river, you will not get any benefit out of it.
गंगा में स्नान करो, यमुना में स्नान करो, तीर्थाटन करो, राधा कुंड में, श्याम कुंड में स्नान करो, तो 5 वस्तु जरूरी है.
You should have 5 things, and if you don't have these 5 things, you will not get any benefit. It is mentioned in Skanda Puran. What are these 5 things? You can see in the verse in front of your screen.
अनः पापात्मा नास्तिक छिन्नमानस अश्रद्धदानः पापात्मा नास्तिक छिन्नमानसः हेतुवादी च पंचेते हेतुवादी च पंचेते न तीर्थ फलभागिना न तीर्थ फलभागिनः। दूसरी लाइन की अर्धाली आप
So
समझ
in the second line you can understand na tirtha phal bhagina.
तीर्थों का फल
You will not get the benefit
नहीं मिलेगा यदि 5 वर्ष
by
नहीं
performing
So,
austerity
तीर्थों का
in
यदि फल
or
चाहिए
to going to the
या
holy
फिर
places,
कार्तिक में स्नान करते हैं
or
स्नान
if
का
you
फल,
want to take the
पवित्र
benefit
नदियों
of
का फल चाहिए तो
taking the
सबसे
dip
पहला
in
क्या
holy
होना
rivers in
चाहिए?
Kartik month. So first what
श्रद्धान
you should have is Shraddhadhana.
कहते हैं अश्रद्धान
So he
जिसमें
says that
श्रद्धा नहीं है
Ashraddhadan,
न
a
तीर्थ
person
फल
who
भागिना
has no
सबके साथ
faith
चलेगा
will not
तो
get the
हमें
benefit.
पवित्र सरोवर कुंड या नदियों में स्नान करना
So
चाहिए
if we
लेकिन
want to go to
अपेक्षित
holy
है
places
श्रद्धा
like rivers and kundas,
हमें
then
श्रद्धा
we
के
should
साथ स्नान
first and
करना
foremost have
चाहिए
faith.
सरोवरों में पवित्र नदियों में गंगा में हजारों करोड़ों लोग स्नान करते हैं
Millions of people take dip in holy river, but
जितनी
person
श्रद्धा
get
से
the
स्नान
benefit
करेगा
when he has
सो
according to
श्रद्धान
their
तो अश्रद्धान
degree
न
of
तीर्थ
faith.
फल भागिना जिसको तीर्थों में श्रद्धा सरोवर में कुंड में श्रद्धा नहीं है
So a person who has no faith or is faithless will not get any benefit out of it. Then second is papatma. So people who go to these holy places and they perform sinful activities or even contemplate on doing any sinful activity, then they will not get the benefit. So many people go to holy places. So instead of getting anything, they bring so much sin with them because they are unaware of the principle. And further it is said, Nastika. So a person who is atheist will not get any benefit. So people who think that when they go to old temples, etc., they say that what these people are worshipping a stone, or this Yamuna river is so black. So a person who has no faith in what the spiritual master or sages tell, he doesn't believe them, or he has doubt, who thinks that this is unbelievable. A person who thinks that like that, he will not get any benefit. Fourth principle he adds is Chinna Manasa. A person who comes to holy places but are always not satisfied or always are complaining and they just roam on the holy places. It's better that you should stay at home. We should be happy and ecstatic when we are going to such places. Otherwise, we will not get any benefit out of the same. And the fourth is Hetuvadi. A person who always questions. So such 5 people will not get any benefit of visiting such holy places. Therefore, we should go to such holy places, especially in Kartik month. We should take a holy dip in the holy rivers, but it should be filled with faith. First and foremost is faith, because if you have faith, then automatically rest of others will be taken care of. A great sage shares a story about a faith. that how the faith works.
किसी नगर में एक
Once
बूढ़ा
upon a
आदमी
time,
रहता था
there was an old person in a
और उस बूढ़े
village
आदमी की
or a city,
आदमी के 7 बेटे थे। कितने?
and he had
7।
7 sons,
और सातों बेटे की शादी हो चुकी थी,
and they
7
all
पड़ी
were
हुई है घर
married,
पर,
and they all had their wives
और ये
respectively
सातों
at
अलग अलग
home,
मकान में रहते थे।
and they all used to live in different
अब
different
कार्तिक का
7 homes.
महीना आया,
In the month of
बूढ़ों ने
Kartik,
सोचा
the
कि
old
कार्तिक
man
महीना है
thought
और ये लाल
that
गोविंदास
this
कथा में
Kartik month
कहता
is
है
going on, and he
नदियों में
Lal
स्नान
Govind
करना
tells that
चाहिए,
we
गंगा में
should go
स्नान
and take
करना
holy
चाहिए,
dip in holy
वहाँ की
rivers.
बड़ी महिमा है।
It is very glorious or
तो उस
beneficial to
बूढ़ों
do
ने
the same. Then
सातों
this
बहुओं
old
को
man
बुलाया
called
और
all
कहा
the
कि देखो बेटा, मैं कार्तिक
daughter-in-laws
में
and said
3 बार
that
नदी में स्नान
I
करना
want to
चाहता हूँ,
go and take a
सो
holy
3
dip
बार
in
मेरे कपड़े
Kartik
गीले
month for
होंगे,
3 times.
तुमको
So
धोने पड़ेंगे। अब उस जमाने में तो वॉशिंग मशीन
you
नहीं
will
थी,
have to
तो
wash
आपको
my
धोने
clothes
पड़ेंगे,
thrice.
सुखाने
So you
पड़ेंगे।
will have to
तो बेटा आप तैयार हो?
wash them and dry
छोटी
them,
बहू ने तो
etc.
तुरंत मना कर दिया,
So
बोले
the
मुझे नृत्य
youngest,
करने से
she
फुर्सत नहीं,
refused,
आपकी
said that
धोतियां धोऊंगी।
I won't be
नहीं
able
नहीं
to
नहीं
do
नहीं,
the same.
ये सब ये यहाँ नहीं मत करो। हाँ? दूसरी बहू ने भी मना कर दिया,
Second
मुझे घर का काम होता है।
daughter-in-law
तीसरी
also
कहती
said that we
बच्चों
have
को
so
स्कूल
much
में
work.
छोड़ना होता है।
Third is
चौथी ने
said
कहा
that I
मुझे
have to
जाना
take care of the
पड़ता है।
kids. Fourth said I have to go to work.
जो सबसे बड़ी बहू थी,
So the eldest
समझदार
of
थी,
them
सुलझी
all,
हुई थी,
who was intelligent
श्रद्धालु
and
थी,
wise,
धार्मिक थी,
who was pious
उसने
and
कहा कि बाबा कोई
faithful,
बात नहीं, ये सबको रहने
she
दो,
said
ये
that
सब
no
बिजी हैं,
worries, they all are
आप
busy,
मैं तैयार हूँ, आप
but
स्नान
I
कीजिए,
am
अच्छे
ready
से
to
स्नान
take care of
कीजिए,
your clothes, etc. You
और
just go and take the
मैं
dip,
आपका धोती कुर्ता जो भी धोना है धोऊंगी,
and
सुखाऊंगी, सब
I will
करूंगी।
take care
तो
of
बड़ी
your clothes, etc.
बड़ी
So
बहू में
now
बड़ी श्रद्धा थी।
this
अब
eldest
ये बूढ़ो तो कार्तिक
was
महीना शुरू हुआ
very
और
much
नदी में स्नान
faithful.
करना शुरू किया। अब
So
जब
this
स्नान
old
करके
man
आए तो
started
पहले
taking the
दिन
dip.
इन्होंने
So
अपने
first
ससुर
day
जी की धोती को धोया
she
और
washed
धोकर,
her
और बाद में
clothes
तो आप जानते हैं प्रांगण में रस्सी लगी
and
होती है,
put it on the
उसमें धोया
veranda on a
करते हैं।
rope
इसने धोती
to dry it up,
सुखाई, तो
and she
जब
dried
धोती
it up.
सुखाते तो उसमें पानी की बूंदें गिरती है ना,
So there
तो
were the
उसकी
water
धोती
that
से
was
हीरे
flowing.
मोती गिरने लगे।
So the diamond started
और ये सातों बहू लाइन
to
में
fell
रहती थी,
from these clothes.
केवल बाउंड्री
So
थी।
these
तो वो
7
बहू
used to
बाहर
stay
आकर देखी कि
close to
धोती में
each
से
other, and
हीरे
they
गिर
saw
रहे
that
हैं।
the diamonds are
एक
coming
ने
out
दूसरे को,
of
दूसरे ने
the
तीसरी को बुलाया और
clothes
पीछे
of
चर्चा
the
करने लगी है।
father-in-law.
बूढ़े को
So they
कौन
all
सी ने
started
मना कर
discussing
दिया?
that we
यदि
unnecessarily
हमने घर
refused
पर
this
धोया
man.
होता तो
Had
ये
we
हीरे
washed at
मोती
our
हमको
home, we
मिल
would
जाते।
have got this benefit.
तब सोचा कि ये तो एक दिन
Then
हुआ,
they
कल
thought,
देखते हैं क्या
this
होता है।
happened one day.
दूसरे
So
दिन
let's see
बूढ़ों
what
ने
happens the
स्नान
next day.
करके आए,
The second
फिर
day
धोती
also
को
he
फिर
went,
सुखाया,
and
फिर से
the
हीरे
eldest
मोती गिरने लगे।
daughter-in-law did the same,
तीसरे
and
दिन, चौथे
again
दिन, पांचवें
the
दिन
diamond
ये
started
बहू
to fall.
परेशान।
And it used to happen. It
फिर
happened
एक
for
दिन
3-4
बूढ़ों
days,
के
and
पास आई और
all
कहा
the
कि ससुर जी क्षमा
daughter-in-laws
कीजिए,
were
अब हम लोग ने थोड़ा
amazed and
गलत
said that
कर
we
दिया है,
should,
आप हमारे
please
घर पर
forgive me.
आइए
Now you should
और
come to our
कार्तिक
home
महीना हमारे घर पर रहकर
and you
बिताइए,
should
क्योंकि
celebrate
महीने मुझे
Kartik month.
स्नान करना होता है,
He said that I have
3
to
बार
take a
नहाना
dip
होता है।
thrice
बोले कोई बात नहीं, आप 3
in a
बार नहीं
day.
30 बार नहाइएगा,
There's no
हम
worries, you
आपकी धोती
can
कुर्ता
take a dip
धोएंगे,
30
सब
times.
करेंगे,
We
हम
will
सब
take care
करेंगे।
of the clothes,
क्योंकि
etc.
स्वार्थ था ना, वो हीरे मोती
Because
चाहिए।
there was an ulterior
बोलो
motive
अब
to
आ गए
get
हैं
those
छोटी बहुओं
jewels
के
and
घर में।
diamonds, etc. So he came to
अब छोटी बहू
the
के घर
home
में
of
कहने लगे, गए
the youngest
स्नान करने के
daughter-in-law.
लिए, और स्नान
So he
करके जब
went
आए तो 6 बहुओं ने मिलकर धोती धोई।
to.
क्या धोती धोई हैं?
So
बिल्कुल
when
सब्जी
he came
बनाई
back,
जैसी
all
धोती
the
हो गई।
6
और जब
daughter-in-laws
सुखाई,
washed his
धोती को
clothes
जब सुखाई,
collectively, and
तो
when they
हीरे मोती
put
गिरने
it
के बदले कीचड़ गिरने लगा।
to clean,
माटी,
to
रेती, कंकड़,
dry it up,
पत्थर, कीचड़
and
गिरने
instead of
लगा।
the jewels, the mud
एक
and
दिन, 2
stones,
दिन, 3
etc.,
दिन, यहाँ तो
started falling.
कीचड़ ही कीचड़ गिर रहा है। 6 बहुओं का बाटला फट गया
So the 6
और कहा कि कोई
daughter-in-laws
काम का नहीं है, हमारे यहाँ कुछ होने वाला नहीं है, भेज दो
were
इसको बाजू में।
upset,
तब
and they
बूढ़े को
sent
बहू,
him back.
बड़ी बहू के घर पर भेजा।
Then
अब
he
वहां
came back to
रहकर
the
स्नान
eldest
करते
daughter-in-law,
हैं, धोती सूखी
and
तो
when
हीरे
he
गिरते हैं और यहाँ कीचड़
takes
गिरते हैं।
dip
कारण
there and
श्रद्धा
the clothes are
नहीं है।
washed, they get jewels.
कथा तो बहुत
Why?
सुंदर है।
Because the others are devoid of
फिर कार्तिक
faith.
मास में उस बूढ़े के मन में हुआ कि मेरी
Then this
इच्छा है कि वैष्णवों को
person
भोजन
thought that
कराए,
we should
परिवारों को,
arrange meal
समाज को
for
भोजन कराए।
Vaishnavas.
तो बड़ी बहू ने कहा कोई बात नहीं, मैं
So the
सारी
eldest
तैयारी
one
कर
said that
दूंगी,
I
आप
can take
सबको
care of
न्योता दे
everything.
दीजिए।
You should
तो
invite
सबसे पहले
everyone he won. So he went to other sons and their home at their homes, and the sixth daughter-in-law says, "We will not come to eat food at your home." He said that you should come. It is our fast. We will come, but there is only one condition. We will not eat food with your eldest daughter-in-law. So the eldest daughter-in-law said that I will prepare everything, no worries, and I will go to the farm. You all can eat. When they have finished, I will come back home. So at least you will be able to perform your vow. So she was completely filled with faith. She prepared everything, and after cooking the meal, she went to the farm. And when all of these six came, they all ate, and only four chapatis were left and little vegetable, etc. So the youngest one said that we have completed our meal, so now we are leaving. Whatever is left, you keep it, and she will come and she will eat. So what they do was they put stone in her food, and they went back home. And when this eldest daughter-in-law came to eat the food after so much work and etc., the father-in-law said that you can eat. So when she saw, so whatever stone she has put, they had become gems. So what I want to say, Ashraddhadhana, if you have faith, then the stones can be turned into gems. And if you don't have faith, even the gems will turn into stone and mud. So we should take holy dip, and we should perform piety or pious deeds, but we should do it with total faith. And the first and foremost is to offer lamp in the Kartik month. It is said, Deepa napi hi yatraso priyate hari rishvara. So if someone just offers a lamp to the Lord, it is not such a difficult task to do. To satisfy the Lord, if someone offers the lamp during the Damodar month, then just by offering the lamp, Lord Shri Krishna provides him sugati, that is better place, and it is beneficial. So sometimes we go to the temple and we offer the lamp which is from the temple. Everything is from the temple, the lamp, the key, and even the deities from the temple. So there might be a question, nothing is from us, everything is from someone else. Then it is mentioned in this verse with proof, Paradeep Prabodhanath. Even if that lamp is yours or if it belongs to someone else, it doesn't matter. But during the month of Kartik, to offer the lamb is a great feat to do. I'm feeling overwhelmed that we are going to the Vrindavan for Yatra, and we'll visit Gokul Mathura, and during the evening we will lit the lamp, like thousands of devotees will be there, and you all will be there as well. So let's start the Bhagvatam by lighting the lamp to the Lord, sitting at home. Whether you want to stand or sit, we can start the Bhagvatam.
Jaya Jaya Navala Kishore जय गोपी चित चोर प्रभु, जय जय माखन चोर, जय जय माखन चोर। श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, गिरिराज गोवर्धन की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की। उपस्थित
Hare Krishna.
भगवत कथा अनुरागी,
I welcome all the loving devotees of Shrimad Bhagavatam.
इस सभा को
I
परम
welcome
सुशोभित करने वाले
the
हमारे
senior devotees of International Society of Krishna Consciousness who have decorated this beautiful
इस्कॉन के
assembly.
वरिष्ठ भक्तगण, दूर दूर से
I also
देश विदेश
extend
से
my welcome to
Facebook,
all of
YouTube
you
आदि के
who have
माध्यम से
gathered through the medium of
इस
Facebook,
कथा का
YouTube,
श्रवण करने वाले
through all the
समस्त
parts of
श्रोतागण
world,
एवं
all the listeners
बड़े भाव
who have,
से इस कथा का आयोजन करने
and
वाले
in particular,
ऑस्ट्रेलिया निवासी,
I welcome
मेलबर्न निवासी
the
श्री
residents of
नलिनी देव
Australia, Melbourne, Sri Nalini Mataji,
पूर्वजों का स्मरण करें।
and we remember
श्री
her
महादेव
ancestors,
जी,
Sri
श्रीमती
Mahadev ji,
सूरज कुंवर जी
Srimati
और
Suraj
श्री
Kuwar ji,
माइकल हरिश्चंद्र जी।
and Michael Harishchandra ji.
ऐसे पावन पितरों की स्मृति के साथ
So, in reverie of
बहुत
such
सुंदर
pious
अपने भाव को
ancestors
लेकर
with so much
श्रीमती
love,
सावित्री देवी, नलिनी
Srimati
देव,
Savitri Devi and Nalini
नितेश
Mataji,
जी
Nitesh
और
ji,
सुभाषनी
and
देव जी,
Subhashani Dev
सुमिरन
ji,
रतन, आकाश
Sumran
देव,
Ratan,
अर्णव जी,
Akash Dev.
आप सभी भक्तों का
I welcome you
श्रीमद्
all
भागवत कथा के
on the
चतुर्थ दिवस में
4th day of
पुनः
this
एक
Shrimad
बार
Bhagavatam Katha,
हार्दिक स्वागत एवं
and
आप सबके चरणों में
please accept
हमारा
our
प्रणाम।
humble obeisances at your lotus feet.
राधे श्याम।
Radhe Shyam.
श्रीमद् भागवत
Shrimad Bhagvat,
दामोदर महिमा,
the glories of Sri
और उसके
Damodar
अंतर्गत
month,
आज
and under that today
गिरिराज गोवर्धन की कथा
we are
हम
going to
सब
discuss the
श्रवण करने
pastimes
जा
of
रहे हैं।
Giri Govardhan.
गोवर्धन जिसके अनेकों नाम है,
Govardhan, who has many
गोवर्धन को
names,
गिरिराज भी कहते हैं।
it is also called Giriraj.
गोवर्धन को श्रित श्रृंग भी कहते हैं।
It is also called Shrit Shranga,
इसे श्रित श्रृंग इसलिए कहते हैं
and
क्योंकि
it is called
इसके
Shrit Shrang because
100 सिंग है,
it
चोटियां
has
हैं।
1,000
श्री
cliffs.
रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी ने गिरिराज गोवर्धन को
Sh-
ब्रज के मस्तक
So,
का तिलक कह दिया।
It is said that it is the
हमारे ब्रज के मस्तक का तिलक है श्री गोवर्धन।
it is the crestwal of the forehead of Sri Vraj
तुलसीदास
Vrindavan.
कविराज गोस्वामी
Sri Krishnadas
चरितामृत
Kaviraj
में कहते
Goswami
हैं
in Chaitanya
कि
Charitamrut
गोवर्धन जो
says
है,
that
गिरिराज गोवर्धन
Govardhan,
जो है,
that Giriraj
वो मोर
Govardhan
के
ji
आकार में है
is like a peacock
और उस मोर
or
के
is in the
दो
shape of
आंखें
peacock,
राधा
and it
कुंड
has two
और
eyes
श्याम कुंड है।
which are Radhakund and
तो
Shyamakund.
कई ऐसे शास्त्रों में वर्णन है और सत्य
So
भी है
it
कि
is mentioned
गोवर्धन
in many scriptures, and
गौ
it is
माता के
true
स्वरूप के रूप में,
that
जैसे गौ माता बैठी होती
Govardhan
है और
looks
जो
like a
स्वरूप
cow
बनता
that
है
is sitting.
वैसा ही
The form
श्री
is very
गोवर्धन का
similar to
स्वरूप
this
है।
form of Sri Giri
अब आप सब जानते
Govardhan.
ही हैं गिरिराज जी के
So,
विषय
as
में।
you all are aware
मैं
about
केवल
Sri
आज की
Giriraj
कथा
Govardhan,
के स्मरण के लिए कहूंगा।
so I'm just
स्मरण
telling you
करें,
to
मन को
remind
पवित्र करें
or remember that so that we can purify our heart. So Girirajji manifested from the heart of Sri Krishna. In the Golok Dham, the eternal abode of the Lord, where his pastimes are performed eternally, and to enjoy the rasa more, Krishna thought in his mind, and a small piece fell from his heart, and it is mentioned in Brahma Vaivarta that it started to increase. It became greater and greater. And Krishna then said, how much more you want to increase? Now you should stop. It stopped increasing. And the heart of Sri Krishna became the Giriraj Govardhan. So let's understand the elemental essence. So according to element, it is the peace of heart of Lord Sri Krishna. So according to this philosophical principle, it means that Govardhan is non-different than Lord Sri Krishna. It is the heart of Lord Sri Krishna which manifested as Giriraj Govardhan first, and along with it, the second form of Giriraj Govardhan is that it is a devotee of the Lord. So when one personality works in two directions, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that it is a achintya bheda bhed. It means that this element is inconceivable, which we cannot contemplate, our mind cannot reach. So that thing is called achintya or inconceivable. And along with it is bhed abhed. So they are different, yet at the same time they are non-different as well. So Giriraj Govardhan is Krishna, or he may not be. So as you now know that the heart of Lord Shri Krishna became Giriraj Govardhan, so it means that he is Krishna himself. But if he is not Krishna, then who is he? He is a exalted or pure devotee of the Lord. So Brahma Vaivarta Puran says that Giriraj is Krishna himself, and Shrimad Bhagvat says, or the gopis of Raja has said that Giriraj is an unalloyed devotee of the Lord. The pastime is the clouds have started to stop rains, and the water was cool, and everything was calm and peaceful, and Krishna was completely ecstatic, and he played his flute, and the material world changed, and by the melody of the flute everybody became overwhelmed, and when it entered the ears of the gopis or the denizens of Raja, he did not call them, but he also sent them a message, and everybody received a personalized message from Lord Shri Krishna. It was not like the broadcast that every message was same, but according to his relationship with each gopi, and according to that, he used to send personalized messages through the medium of his flute, that is Venu, and not the melody of Venu. There was a personalized message, and he also sent the elixir of his lotus lips. So this message entered the heart of gopis, and there was a great discussion from their mouth. So they said so many things. Let me present one verse from that conversation. they tell about Giriraj Govardhanji in this verse.
Antayamadrirabala Haridasavariyo Yad Rama Krishna Charana Sparsha Pramoda। श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु 12 घंटे गिरिराज जी की परिक्रमा किए, लेकिन इस मंत्र
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu circumambulated Govardhan Ji for 12 hours and he was not chanting the Hare Krishna mantra but this verse constantly.
Haridasavariyo Yad Rama Krishna Charana Parasha Pramodah Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayor Tayorya Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayo Tayorya Paniya Surya Savakan Darakandamule। गोपियां बड़े भाव
Gopis were overwhelmed with emotion
भगवान के भक्तों की सौभाग्यता का वर्णन करने
and they are describing the fortune of the exalted unalloyed devotees of the Lord. This is a point that we should understand very carefully. When in someone's heart the love towards the Lord manifests, then that lover
जुड़ी हुई वस्तु है, जो भगवान के साथ निकट वस्तु है, वो उनकी सौभाग्यता का वर्णन करता है।
he starts describing the things that are near or dear to the Lord. So for us, we have the feeling of envy towards them, but here they don't have the feeling of envy, but they describe the fortune of such things. So they tell to one another that, oh friend, you just see the deer of this Vraj are so much fortunate that they see the Lord constantly and Krishna also sees them without blinking their eyes. So the other one said that leave the deers. Think about the cows of Raja who are so fortunate that they are always touched by Lord Shri Krishna and they are so intelligent that they don't deliver the milk, and when they don't give the milk, then the residents of Raja, they say that when they know that if they see Lord Shri Krishna, they will deliver the milk. So they call Krishna that you come and touch this cow, and just by the touch of the Lord, they start flowing the milk. So how great are these cows? So others says that forget about the cows. How much fortunate are these cows? Krishna picks them in his hand. He takes them in his lap and loves them, caress them. So, oh friend, we are so much unfortunate. Even the clouds are more fortunate than us. These clouds are so fortunate that wherever the Lord goes, they follow him. And we are shackled by this household life and the principles. We cannot go with Lord Shri Krishna, but these clouds, they follow the Lord.
धन्य है ये बादल।
So these clouds are great
और जब जब बादल
and
देखते हैं
fortunate.
कि श्याम सुंदर
So when the
अपनी
clouds
नैया
see that,
चलाते हुए थक रहे हैं,
when
पसीना हो
they
रहा
see
है,
that
तो
the
बादल
Lord
पानी
is
बरसाते
sweating
हैं।
and is tired, they start
इन बादलों को
flowing
सेवा का
the
कितना
water.
सौभाग्य मिलता है
So they're so
सखी।
fortunate that they
और
can
हम तो
serve the
घर
Lord,
बैठकर मरी रहती
and
है।
we are just
हमारे
dying,
जैसा
staying in our
दुर्भाग्यशाली
home.
कोई नहीं।
There is nobody
सखी
as
आगे
unfortunate
कहती हैं,
as us.
एक सखी कहती हैं,
So
सच
then
कहूं
another
कि
said
इन
that
सबसे ज्यादा
truthfully,
सौभाग्यशाली
the most fortunate
ब्रज
of
की
them
भिलनी
is
है।
the
बोले भिलनी कैसे सौभाग्यशाली?
Bhilini
बोले एक दिन मैं
of
पत्थर से
Raja.
पानी भरकर वन
So
के
they
मार्ग
say
से
that
जा
one
रही
day I
थी,
was
और एक
coming from
भिलनी
the
उस
river collecting
वन
the
के
water,
मार्ग की रज
and
वो धूल
I
अपनी छाती पर लगा रही थी।
saw this woman
तो
who
मैंने कहा
was
कि भिलनी तू ऐसा क्यों कर रही
coating
है?
herself with the
तो उस
dust
भिलनी
of
ने रोते
Raja,
हुए
and
कहा
I asked her,
कि हम तो
what are
निम्न
you doing
जाति
then?
के लोग,
So she
हम
said
तो
that
उच्च
we are
वर्ग के
from the
लोग, हमें
fourth
कहाँ
class
कृष्ण
of the
का दर्शन,
society.
कृष्ण का सानिध्य
We
मिलने वाला,
cannot
हमें
get
कहाँ रासलीला में भाग
association
मिलेगा।
of Krishna. We cannot participate
हम
in
तो कृष्ण
rasa.
जिस मार्ग से चलकर
So
चले जाते हैं,
wherever
कृष्ण के
Krishna
चरणों की
travels,
रज को
we
अपने
just
मस्तक पर
take
छाती पर
the
लगाकर
dust of his
अपने आप
lotus
को
feet
धन्य
and
मानते हैं।
we rub ourselves
और ब्रज की
with
भिलनी
this
जानती हैं कृष्ण को
dust
क्या
of the
पसंद
lotus
है,
feet of the Lord,
सुंदर
and they
सुंदर
know
फल
that
फूल
what
तोड़कर
Krishna likes, and
अपने
they
बच्चों
choose
के हाथों से कृष्ण के पास भेजती
those
हैं
fruits and
और
flowers
कृष्ण
and they
की सेवा
send those
करती हैं।
to
कितनी धन्य है
Krishna
ब्रज की
through
भिलनी।
their kids. So how much fortunate
और
are
हम लोग
these
घर पर फंसी हुई हैं,
village
घर पर
simpleton
पड़ी हुई
women?
हैं, न कृष्ण
That
का
is the
दर्शन न
Bhilni,
कुछ सौभाग्य।
and we are lying at our
सखी
homes. We
तो
have
ये
no
गोपियों
fortune
की चर्चा,
to
तो इन
meet
चर्चाओं
or
के बीच में
serve the Lord.
श्रीमती राधा रानी ने कहा,
And then
या किसी
Srimati
गोपी ने
Radharani
ये श्लोक कहा।
or
इसका
the
जो
other
ये
gopi
सारे
said,
राज्यों में बोला ना, सब
so
श्लोकों में है,
whatever I have said
लेकिन हमारा
so
मूल
far
तात्पर्य इस
is
श्लोक से
in
है।
the verse form,
तब
but
गोपियों ने
we have to
कहा,
focus on this verse. Then the
हंताय
gopi
मद्रिम
says,
बला हरिदास वर्य। सखी सखी
oh
तो इस
friend,
गोवर्धन को देख,
you see
हंत
this
हंत माने
Govardhan,
अफसोस करते हुए,
Hant,
हाय
there
रे ये गोवर्धन
said,
का कितना
oh,
बड़ा सौभाग्य है।
how fortunate is
पत्थर
this
है ये गोवर्धन
Govardhan.
है,
It is a
पर्वत है,
stone,
पत्थर है,
it
हम
is a
तो जीवंत हैं,
mountain.
हमारे हाथ पांव,
We
हम
are
तो चल नहीं
living,
सकते हैं,
we can walk,
गोवर्धन चल तो नहीं सकता,
but he cannot walk.
लेकिन हंताय मद्रिम बला हरिदास वर्य। सखी इस गोवर्धन का सौभाग्य तो देख।
Yet you see the
मेरी
fortune
दृष्टि
of
से
this
राधा रानी
Govardhan.
कहती हैं
If you
कि
see with
मेरी
from
दृष्टि से
my perspective
इस दुनिया में हरि
or
के
my
कृष्ण
vision,
के जितने
then
भी दास हैं,
of
उन
all the
कृष्ण के
servants of
सभी
the
दासों में
Lord,
वर्य, वर्य माने श्रेष्ठ,
so
उत्तम,
he is the
हरि के दासों में सबसे
best or
उत्तम यदि
crest
कोई
jewel
है
of all the
तो वो है
devotees.
गिरिराज गोवर्धन। इस श्लोक में सर्टिफाइड किया गया
So it is mentioned in this verse that,
कि गिरिराज
and it
गोवर्धन
is
कृष्ण
certified
के
that
भक्त हैं,
Giriraj Govardhan
कृष्ण के
is
दास
the
हैं।
devotee of the Lord.
हंताय
He is the
मद्रिम
servitor
अबला
of
हे
the
बला।
Lord.
हंत देखो तो सही, ये अद्री, ये पर्वत, ये गिरिराज हरिदास वर्य, हरि के दासों में
So
वर्य।
he is the best among the devotees of the Lord.
क्या है इनकी उत्तमता,
And
क्या है
what
इनकी महिमा, क्या है
is
गोवर्धन
his
का
glory
सौभाग्य?
or magnificence or
बोले
fortune?
यद राम कृष्ण चरण स्पर्श प्रमोद। देख तो सही ये गोवर्धन
See
कितना प्रसन्न है
that this
कि
Govardhan
गोवर्धन
is
कितना
so
हंस
much
रहा है, स्माइल दे रहा
happy
है।
and blissful. He is smiling,
और कारण कारण
and the
है
reason
यद
behind it,
राम कृष्ण चरण स्पर्श
Yad
प्रमोद।
Rama
बलराम
Krishna
और
Charana
कृष्ण
Sparsh.
के चरणों के स्पर्श से
So by the
गोवर्धन
touch
को
of
प्रसन्नता हो रही है।
Krishna and Balram,
जैसे एक छोटा सा
the
बालक किसी
Govardhan
माँ की
hill
गोद में
is
जाए तो
overwhelmed
माँ के
when
हृदय
a
में कितना
small
आनंद होता है।
boy
वैसे बलराम
sits in the
कृष्ण
lap of
के
mother, the
चरण
mother gets
गोवर्धन में
overwhelmed.
पड़ते ही
Similarly, when
स्पर्श
the
प्रमोद, वो चरण
feet
स्पर्श
of the
होते ही
Lord
गोवर्धन को
and
कितना आनंद होता
Balramji
है।
touches Govardhan, he becomes
पर्वत होकर भी
ecstatic
ये
with
लाभ ले
joy.
रहा है
Although he
और हम
is
लोग
a
गोपियां
mountain,
होकर भी
he
जल
is
पर फंसी हैं।
getting this
तो आप
benefit,
विचार
and
करो,
we are
गोपियों का ये
gopis, denizens
गोपियां
of
ईर्ष्या नहीं करती हैं।
Raja, yet
गोवर्धन का सौभाग्य
we are
देख रही हैं कि
entangled
कितना
in this household.
सौभाग्यशाली है
So
ये।
they are not envious of all these.
मानम तनो
but they are just telling the glories of these things that we discussed so far. And not only that, this Govardhan,
बलराम का, कृष्ण के सखाओं का और गाय बछड़ों का कितना सत्कार करता है.
he welcomes Krishna, Balram, his associates, and the cows and the calves of Raja, and we don't get this opportunity to serve the Lord. He offers them fruits and flowers. He offers grass to the cows and calves. Manam means to welcome the guest or honor the visitors or guests. So how much he welcomes them all. He offers them fruits and flowers to them. So how much fortunate is Giriraj Govardhan? So in this manner, in Shrimad Bhagavatam, gopis sing the glories of or introduction of Giriraj Govardhan. So in essence, the element is that he himself is the Lord, and at the same time he is the exalted devotee of the Lord. So I want to make a point here and then I'll proceed. So the Lord and the devotee of the Lord, they both owe respect. So if I ask you a question, that the Lord or the devotee of the Lord, should we keep our feet on them? So if so should we put our feet on the Lord or the devotee of the Lord? So in Pushti Sampradaya, Sri Vallabhacharya had a different opinion or interpretation. So the followers of this Sampradaya, they go to Govardhan and they climb the Govardhan. But we, the Gauriyas, have this philosophy or understanding and the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that Govardhan is the Lord and the servitor of the Lord at the same time. So we should respect him, and so we should never put our feet on Giriraj Govardhan. One more thing. Now I am in the mood of the yatra, so I am giving those instructions here. So these are also necessary. So when we visit Govardhan and we circumambulate Govardhan, so our emotions are at high, and we bring that Govardhan Shila at our home. So it is mentioned in the Vedic junction, we should never bring Govardhan Shila in our homes. And if we want to serve them or you want to keep them at home and serve them, then first of all we should take permission from our spiritual master. And even after we get that permission, there is a great formality. The weight of the Govardhan, the weight of the Govardhan, we have to put equivalent amount of gold there. It is mentioned in the Vedic injunction that the amount of or the weight of the Govardhan Shila, that amount of gold we should give in charity. So we all are aware that how Lord Shri Govardhan manifested in the eternal abode of the Lord Golok and how he manifested in the material universe by the mercy of Radha Rani. If she has not put a condition to Krishna, then the Braj would never have been down in the universe. She said that there is no Braj, no Yamuna, and no Govardhan on this earth. And until unless they all are there, I will not go. So Krishna promised that I will bring all of them in the material earth, and then we will perform our pastime. So Radharani was promised in the eternal lok by Lord Shri Krishna. And as we heard about the manifestation of Vrinda Devi in the form of Tulsi ji, so how did Giri Govardhan manifested? It is said the first birth of Giriraj Govardhan was as a son of Drongiri mountain. And where is it located? It is in Bharatvarsh, in the west part of the Bharatvarsh. There is a island or Shalmani, and there is a great mountain that is Drongiri, whose son was Giriraj, or he begot this son Giriraj. And one time Pulasya Rishi visited Drongiri, and he was welcomed very warmly. He stayed there for a while, and while he was returning, Drongiri asked that, "Do you need any service? What can we do to serve you?" So Pulasya Rishi said that your son Giriraj serves very well, so why don't you give your son to me in charity? Little Mataji is saying, no, how can we give our son in charity? We can give money instead. So Drongiri thought that no matter how the son is, how can we give the son in charity? But they could not refuse him directly. So he said that I don't have any problem, but if my son agrees, then you can take him along with you. You can ask my son. Immediately, Pulasya Rishi asked Giriraj and said, "Will you come with me?" He said that to Kashi. So from Shalmani Dweep of the west, they were supposed to fly to Kashi. So kids always want that it will get an opportunity to roam around and eat. So he agreed, but I have one condition. I am a small boy, so you cannot leave me alone. I will get lost. So he said that I will promise that I will not leave you, and I will take you to. So I will take you directly. So there was not a connecting flight. We have to change so many flights to reach. So this was a direct flight from Shalmani Dweep to Kashi. So Pulasya Rishi wanted to take him to Kashi. He said that I will not stop anywhere, and he agreed. And Giriraj said that if you leave me, then I will not leave that place. And Pulasya Rishi agreed. So he took Giriraj in his hand and he started flying towards Kashi. And in between, Braj Vrindavan arrived. And the flight was on top of the Braj Chaurasikos. And when Giriraj Govardhan saw the pastimes of Lord Shri Krishna, Rasa, he started remembering Lord Shri Krishna. He said, "This is the Braj Vrindavan of the Lord, which is in the eternal abode of the Lord, is here on this earth." So, by thinking, his weight started increasing. His weight increased so much. So, as after becoming a devotee also gains weight. Similarly, Giriraj Govardhan also got heavier, and he became so heavy that Pulasya Rishi had to take some rest. So when we carry a bag, then we keep it aside for a few minutes and then we pick it up again. So as the weight increased, Pulasya Rishi said that he couldn't think, and he thought that, okay, let me just keep it for a while and then we will move further. So he kept Giriraj Govardhan, and he took the break, and after taking the rest he started to pick. Then he was unable to pick Giriraj Govardhan. He said that, why you're not coming with me? He said that, you promised that. He said that, who will leave Vrindavan? Who will go there to fight with intellectuals in Kashi? It's better to be a devotee in Raj. He said that your weight increased, that is why I kept you. But I'm taking you to the destination. Why are you worried? Raj Govardhan said that, I don't want to leave. He said that, I will curse you if you don't agree. That you will keep on reducing to the amount of one mustard grain on a daily basis. So at that time, he kept Giri Govardhan there. He was 16-mile high. And 5,000 years have passed. And we see that it's diminishing, and it is said by intellectuals that after 432 years and the Kali Yuga will end, then Govardhan will enter that. So you should visit it, because if you take a second birth, then you will not be able to see Govardhan, or you will just see half of it. So if you want, you should see it now. So from Dronagiri, Giriraj Govardhan reached Braj, and it is mentioned in Brahma Vaivarta Puran. So there is another pastime. Don't get confused. According to the different ages, the pastimes change. So every single day of Brahmaji, Krishna comes and performs his pastimes. So there are some changes in the pastime. So in another pastime, it is said that he came from. So he came like this. Just listen. So in Treta Yuga, to go to Lanka, the sea said that you make a bridge on the sea so that in future also people can venerate and respect you. The Lord liked it, and he told all the monkeys that you bring all the mountains and stones and Nal and Neel for writing the name of the Lord and putting them. So all the monkeys or Vanar started picking up the stone. So Ramji thought that all these devotees are working so hard, so I should also help them. So Ramji also took a stone. So they thought that I should, whether I should write the Ram, the name of the Lord. So he said that I'm Lord myself, the why I should put the name of my name. So as he put the stone without putting his name, it drowned. Ramji was worried, had somebody seen it, because what will people respect that? The stones are floating by just writing of my name, and this stone which I put is droning. So Hanumanji saw it. That he said that don't tell anybody. So Hanumanji said that when you want or you have a desire to liberate someone, then who can avoid it or who can stop it? And if you don't want, then who can save it? So at that time, Hanumanji reached to the Dronagiri and he picked Giriraj. He said that this is a huge mountain. If I put it, then 25-30 miles will be covered. So Hanumanji thought very intelligently that the straight road will be formed by just putting this cliff. So he took Giriraj and he is the son of wind god. So when they reached Braj, there was an announcement that the bridge is complete, and who all are putting the cliffs and stones, they should keep them there, and you should come here empty hand, because the bridge is complete now and we don't need any stones now. So everybody heard that. Hanumanji also said. So whatever they had, they put it on that place, and they started coming to this bridge. So as Hanumanji left Girirajji Braj, and Girirajji told that you were going to take me to serve the Lord Sri Ram, and now he have left me in between. I'm so unfortunate that I cannot serve the Lord. And I'm so unfortunate that I cannot be used in service towards Lord Ram. Then Hanumanji said that you might not serve Lord Ram, but you stay here. Lord Shri Krishna will put his feet on you, and he will give you the opportunity to serve him. And not only that, if I take you now, what will Ramji do? He will just walk on you and go to Lanka. But if you stay here, that Ram will manifest as Krishna. He will walk on you, and along with it, he will pick you on his hands, and your name will be definite, certainly attached with you for eternity. So Giriraj Govardhan thought that this was an extreme fortunate situation, and he agreed. So in Shrimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned, as you all are aware, on the day of Diwali, everybody was busy, and Krishna asked Nand Baba, is there any marriage in the society? And Nand Baba said that we are to venerate Lord Indra, or demigod of the heaven, and all these festivities are to honor and venerate him. So he said that the father of Indra is here at your home. So Krishna thought that now I need to preach them. So he told or asked Vasudevji, what is the need to venerate Indraji? So he said that we are dependent on the cows, and the cows will not give milk unless they get grass, and we will not get the grass until we get the rains, and we cannot get the rains until Indra is satisfied. So to satisfy Lord Indra, so we venerate him. So Krishna said that Indra is not the supreme personality. He is just an employee there. He doesn't have any control. He gives us everything according to our deeds. So if it is in our fortune, then we will get it. So if we have some money in our account, the cashier has to give it to us, because it is there in our destiny. So we need not to venerate the employees of bank for the same, because it is our fortune. Although Krishna was so small, but he convinced all of them. So they said that whom should we venerate then? So he said that if you really want to venerate, then why don't you venerate Giriraj Govardhan? He himself is the Lord. He is the form of the Lord, and he will nurture our devotional service toward the Lord. So how should we venerate him? So whatever you have prepared, the offering for Indra, we should offer it to Govardhan. So 5-year-old Lord Shri Krishna's behest, the whole Braj left venerating Indra. They went to venerate Giriraj Govardhan. So whatever they have prepared, they bought, and they reached Giri Govardhan, and they kept it in front of them. There was a mountain of food, and then who will offer this food now? So they said that Krishna should offer. So he started addressing. It is mentioned in Shrimad Bhagavatam in a verse that Lord Shri Krishna is offering the bhog, and on the other hand, he manifested as Giri Govardhan and started to honor the bhoga, and he started praising the bhoga, and he started giving their heartfelt blessings and desires to be fulfilled. And then Giriraj Govardhan said, or that means we need more. And they offered it to Giriraj Govardhan. And then they thought that what are we supposed to do? We have already offered everything. So Krishna said that now we should circumambulate him. So the first circumambulation was performed by Lord Shri Krishna, and the second was done by the gopis of Raja along with Krishna, and the third was performed in Kali Yuga by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then under his disciplic succession, Sanatan Goswami used to circumambulate Govardhan Parikrama daily. And even today, there are so many people, they do circumambulate daily, or some on Amavasya and some that is, or Purnima, that is the full moon. So let's circumambulate the Giriraj Govardhan through our heart and mind. So when we start from Radha Kund Shyam Kund, so the first darshan is of Kusum Sarovar, where there was a beautiful garden where Radha and Krishna used to perform beautiful pastimes. Radha used to come to collect flowers, and Krishna used to say that you will have to pay tax. Why are you plucking the flowers from here? This is our garden. So there was a beautiful pastime that happened when Krishna left this material world, and his 16,108 wives were distressed. Then Kalindi or Yamunaji said that the gopis of Raja in separation used to listen to the pastimes of Lord Shri Krishna. So if you listen to the pastimes of the Lord, then you will be relieved of this stress. And who will speak? So this that Uddhavji will speak. So Parikshit Maharaj took all these wives of the Lord, and when they prayed, Uddhavji manifested, and the pastime started. And Uddhavji said that now you should leave. You take care of the management. You take care of the food, etc. So Parikshitji said that even I want to listen to the pastimes of the Lord. So he said that if you sit here, then how these 16,108 women or wives of the Lord will listen? So you need to take care of the arrangement. You have to take care of the kingdom, and you have to take care of all these arrangements. He said that what will happen to me? Then Uddhavji said that because you have arranged for others to listen to the Bhagavatam, so just by that, in your life, when the opportune time will arrive, that time Shukdev Goswami himself will speak the Bhagavatam to you. So Parikshit Maharaj didn't got Shukdev Maharaj unnecessarily, but because he has arranged this Bhagavatam Katha. So those who organize Bhagavatam Katha for the welfare of the society, such a host or such a devotee gets an opportunity to listen to the Bhagavatam by the arrangement of the Lord himself. So the Lord arranged for Parikshit to listen. So for 7 days, If you have to find a orator like Shukdev ji, you will spend 7 days to just find such an orator. But here he gets a curse and he goes on the banks of Ganga ji and he meets Shukdev. And it was all a coincidence that was arranged by the Lord himself. So sometimes people are that why should we organize Katha? So it is very necessary. If we have a capacity, then we should try to give this world an opportunity to listen to the pastimes of the Lord. We should make arrangements for the same. And sometimes when a person who arranges, he is unable to listen. Parikshit was not even able to listen when he was arranging or making the arrangement. But as he arranged for thousands of people to listen, so when he was about to leave this world, Lord himself arranged for him to listen the pastimes of the Lord. So I have a firm faith, and the Vedic injunctions have the references that when a person arranges for a Bhagavatam Katha, the Lord himself makes arrangement for them to go to the eternal abode of the Lord. So we should try we should try to distribute this transcendental knowledge to others, and it will benefit us. So on the banks of Kusum Sarovar, this Katha was organized and Uddhavji started singing. It is mentioned in Padma Puran that while he was singing and while Uddhavji was singing that one of the wife one by one started departing to the eternal abode of the Lord. By the time the pastimes concluded, all the 16,108 wives have left. So it happened where? On the banks of Kusum Sarovar, on the foothills of Govardhan. So then we should proceed further. So there is a Narada. So Naradji had this desire to go to the rasa, and Tulsiji said that to enter the rasa you should have the gopi dress and form. So she said that you should take a dip in Kusum Sarovar, and he got the ecstatic symbols of the gopi. And where he took this holy dip, there is a Narad Kund, and there is this forest that is Naradvan. So then there is Shyamvan, Raktasinhasan, and then there is a Manasi Ganga and Mukharvind, and further there is a Govind Kund, Lan Ghati, Puchri Ka Lota, and so on and so forth. And then Jatipura, the mouth of Giriraj Govardhan, where the milk is offered to Giriraj Govardhan. And slowly we move further. And then there is Uddhav Kyari, and then there is Radha Kund and Shyam Kund. And thus the circumambulation of Giriraj Govardhan is complete. And he took all the Brijvasis to their respective homes. And as they reached home, as the whole program happened the whole day, so they all were tired and they slept. So the next day, Devraj Indra saw that Diwali has already elapsed or passed, but we didn't got any service from the residents of Raja. He said that the calendar means that Diwali was on the opportune time. So he sent his associate to see if some our parcel is lost somewhere. So his associate came to Raja and they said that there was some problem. He said what? He said that 5-year-old child's request, they didn't venerated you, but they venerated a stone that is Govardhan. He said that is that so? Indra became angry and he called Samartak cloud or thunderbolt and said that you go with your soldiers and make such great rain that not a single entity should be alive. So sometimes I contemplate on this. So Indra never said that that you should
कि
kill
हाथरस
all the
वाले को
people,
भी मार देना.
residents
किसको
of
मारना?
Delhi. He
ब्रजवासियों
said
को
that
मार देना.
only kill the
मतलब जो लोग
denizens
मेरी
of Raja.
पूजा करते थे
So
उसी को
the
मार
one
देना.
who
ये
used
देवी देवताओं का गणित कुछ ऐसा
to
है. मतलब जो
venerate me, you
इंद्र की
kill
जो
and
सेवा
kill them.
पूजा नहीं
So this
करते
is
थे
the
उनको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं
calculation
है.
of the demigods. So don't,
लेकिन
who
ये
don't,
बेचारे
those who don't
इतने
worship,
सालों से इंद्र
they
की
don't
पूजा
get.
कर
So
रहे थे,
these people who
एक
have
साल
been
नहीं किए
worshipping him
तो
for
इंद्र
so many
उनको
years,
मारने के
they
ऊपर पड़
just
गए.
didn't venerated him once,
और
and he
सामर्थक
wants to
मेघ
kill them.
पूरी सेना को लेकर
And he
बरस पड़ा.
sent the thunderbolt
भयंकर आंधी,
Samartak
ओले,
Meg,
तूफान और वर्षा होने लगी.
and
कहते हैं मूसलाधार बारिश होने लगी.
it was such a heavy
हाथियों के
rainfall or
जितनी बड़ी-बड़ी
downpour
बूंदें धरती
that
पर गिरने
the
लगी.
size of
और केवल पानी ही
elephant,
नहीं,
the
अग्नि
droplets were of
बरसने
the
लगी,
size of an
पत्थर बरसने
elephant,
लगे, ओले
and the
बरसने
stones
लगे.
and
धीरे 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 धीरे
ice
ब्रज में
stones or
पानी
hail
बढ़ने
started
लगा,
to
पानी
fall
बढ़ने लगा.
with so much force,
सारे
and the
ब्रजवासी डरने
water
लगे,
started
गैया
accumulating.
बछड़े बच्चे
So
सब डरने
everybody
लगे.
was droning
और
in
सब लोग
this
भगवान
water,
श्री कृष्ण की
and
शरण
they
में हरे
all
कृष्ण कृष्ण
came and
महाबाहो
to the shelter of the
भक्तानाम
Lord.
अभयंकर. भक्तों को अभय देने वाले कृष्ण, लगता है तुमने
But
जो
the
हमको
one
पाप
who
कराया
makes
ना, इसी का नतीजा है ये.
them fearless,
कृष्ण ने कहा
or the
किसी
devotee
को चिंता
fearless,
करने की जरूरत नहीं है.
they came
आप
to
सब
his
लोग अपने
shelter,
बच्चों को,
and they
गाय
said that you
बछड़ों
need
को,
not to
सबको लेकर
worry,
मेरे साथ चलो.
you come
हमने
along with
जिनकी
me.
पूजा की है वही हमारी
So
रक्षा करेंगे.
the one we have venerated
सारे
will
ब्रजवासी
protect us.
भगवान
So
श्री कृष्ण के
all
साथ,
the
गाय बछड़े
residents of
सब कृष्ण के
Raja
साथ,
came
और कृष्ण
with their
सबको
calves
लेकर
and cows,
गोवर्धन की तलड़ी
and
में
they
आ
all
गए.
came to the
और
foothills
कृष्ण ने
of
अपना बायां
Govardhana,
हाथ गोवर्धन के नीचे दाबा.
and
सुखदेव जी
he
कहते हैं
put his
कि छोटे छोटे बच्चे
left
बरसाती
hand,
ऋतु में खेल खेल में जैसे बरसाती छाते को
and
उखाड़ देते हैं,
as
मशरूम को उखाड़ देते
the
हैं,
kids
ऐसे
pick
कृष्ण ने अपने
mushrooms
हाथ
in
से
the rains,
गोवर्धन को पृथ्वी से उखाड़ा
similarly he
और पैर को
picked
आकाश में
Govardhan,
उछाला
and
और
then
अपनी
he
दाहिनी उंगली पर धारण कर लिया. कहा कि
took
छाता
it
खुल
in
गया,
his
आप सब लोग
the
इसके नीचे आ जाइए.
smallest
सारे
finger, and
ब्रजवासी
then he
बरस
said that
गिरा
now
गोवर्धन
you
के
all
नीचे
can
आ
take
गए.
shelter under this
इंद्र वर्षा बरसाता रह गया.
Gauri Govardhan,
और
and
कृष्ण ने दूसरी
Indra
बार अपने
kept
सुदर्शन
on
चक्र को आदेश दे
putting the
दिया
reins,
कि ब्रज
and
की
he
सीमा में सुदर्शन चक्र तेज
Krishna
गति
said
से
that
भ्रमण करने लगा. जितना भी
Sudarshan,
पानी
his
नीचे गिर रहा
discuss
था
that
वो तो सुदर्शन सुखा रहा था, और
to
ऊपर से जो
pick up
वर्षा
all
हो
the
रही
water
थी
that
उससे
was flowing.
गोवर्धन से रक्षा हो रही थी.
So he was
और
protecting
इस
from
प्रकार से
above
एक
with the
दिन दो
medium of
दिन तीन दिन
Govardhan,
नहीं,
and the ground was
7 दिन तक
being kept
कृष्ण ने अपने हाथों में
dry
गिरिराज को धारण
by
किया
his
और
discus, that
ब्रजवासियों
is
के साथ
the
रहा.
chakra. And for 7 days this
भगवान श्री
happened.
कृष्ण की अनेकों लीला में से एक दिव्य लीला,
And this
इस
is one
दिव्य
of the
लीलाओं में तो
divine
किस कृष्ण ने
pastimes of
एक
the
एक
Lord,
रस का आस्वादन किया,
because
लेकिन
in
गोवर्धन लीला
every
ऐसी है
pastime he has
जिसमें
done
कृष्ण ने एक
single
साथ सभी
mellow
रसों का
enjoyed.
आस्वादन
But
किया.
here in this pastime he enjoyed all the mellows
सभी रसों का आस्वादन
at the
भगवान श्री
same
कृष्ण
time.
ने किया. एक बार क्या हुआ,
So once
कृष्ण के
it
पड़ोस
so
में एक
happened
सखा रहता था.
there was
पड़ोसी हुए ना, आपके नेबर होते हैं ना, बाजू
a
में
friend
बाजू में रहते हैं.
who
तो
used to live
कृष्ण के
next to
पड़ोस में एक
Krishna,
सखा रहता था और उसकी बचपन में ही शादी हो चुकी थी.
and he was married at a very young age.
किसके साथ शादी हुई थी?
And who
माधवी
was he
के
married
साथ.
to? He
बोलो
was
बोलो,
married to
माधवी के साथ.
Madhvi.
तो अब बचपन में विवाह हो गया और वहां
As he was
माधवी
married
धीरे धीरे
in
बड़ी
young
हो रही
age,
है.
and she was
अब माधवी
becoming
के
big
पिता
day by
बचपन
day.
में मर गए थे.
So his father has
जब उसकी
died in
15
her
साल की
childhood,
हुई,
and when
जब
she turned
शादी का दिन
15,
निकट आया तो
on the day
माधवी
of
की
her
माँ
wedding,
उनको ट्रेनिंग देने लगी.
Madhvi started
जब
giving
बेटी की
training
शादी
to her
होती है तो
daughter.
बेटी ससुराल जाए उसके पहले
So
उनको ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है.
when she's about
अब
to
माधवी
go
की
to
माँ
her
उनको क्या ट्रेनिंग दे रही है ध्यान से
husband's
सुनिएगा.
home, she
कहती
used
हैं देखो बेटा,
she gets
अब
training.
तुम्हारी
So
बहुत
the
जल्दी
mother says
शादी
that
होने वाली है
you're going to get
और
married
तुम्हारी जहाँ शादी
soon,
होने वाली है
and
तुम्हारे
the
बगल
place
में
where you're going
पड़ोस
to
में
get married,
एक बहुत
in your
खतरनाक
neighborhood,
आदमी रहता है.
there is a dangerous
देखो
man who lives
इतना
next
डेंजर. हाँ? तो
to
माँ तो
your
ध्यान
home,
से
your
सुनिएगा. अब
husband's home.
बचपन से ही बेटी को देखो क्या पढ़ा रही. तो बेटा तुम एक काम करना,
So
तुम उसके
do
सामने
one thing.
कभी देखना मत.
You should never look towards him.
ठीक है माँ, पक्का
So she
कभी नहीं
agreed,
देखूंगा.
okay, I will not
एक
see or
हफ्ते
look
के
at
बाद
him.
माँ आई.
And after 1 week,
बेटा तुझे
she
वो
came.
याद है मैंने क्या कहा था? हाँ
Do
माँ
you
याद
remember
है.
what I told you?
वो जो
She
पड़ोस
said,
में
yes,
है उसके
that
सामने मुझे देखना नहीं है.
I should not
लेकिन
look the
बेटा मैंने
person who
बहुत
lives
सोचा तू
next to.
तो नहीं देखेगी
So she said that you will not see, but he is extremely smart. So what if he sees you forcefully? So you should not even go near to him. You should keep a safe distance from him. And the girl agreed. So after 1 week, she said, do you remember? She said, yes, I will not see or go near him. So when he goes to and he takes the cows with him, he plays the flute. So don't listen to his flute. So I don't have to see. Now even I have to not listen from my ears. I will do the same. So when he leaves, he plays another flute. In the forest, he plays another flute melody of the flute. And when he returns back, then the melody is very dangerous and everybody melts. That you should never listen. So if that sound enters, she said that you should sit in the storage house of the grains, but even by mistake, don't listen to his flute. So she said that whatever values you have given to me, I will certainly follow that. So her fiance was the best friend of Lord Shri Krishna and they were neighbors. And her father has died. And the day of her marriage arrived. And so she was already married. So there was a tradition. He was supposed to bring his wife back. So he went to bring his wife. So Krishna said that I don't see our friend. He said that he's went to bring his wife from her home. He said that he went alone. He is bringing his wife Madhvi, and Krishna got her. So while he was coming back, he told his wife Madhvi, our neighbors are very good. You will never feel alone. And Kanhaiya is really very good. So she was thinking my mother was selling something else. My husband is saying something else. He said that he plays very good flute and he plays with us. But no matter how much she praised Krishna, but the values that her mother has incorporated in her mind, she thought that I am not going to meet this boy. So they were on their way and they were caught by Krishna in the midst of the way. He said that you went all alone to bring your wife and Madhvi was covered. So he said that just tell her to show me her face. So he said, Madhvi, just show your face. Madhvi said, I don't know, I will not, because my mother has refused. So her husband said, so, but she did not show her face. In our organization also done that. You should not listen to such and such person. No matter how much pure they just convinced that they should not listen. So all are crazy about Krishna, but in Krishna himself is telling that I want to see you, but she's refusing. So we are discussing about Madhvi. So quite a few years passed and she didn't listen or heard her. And she was following the principles incorporated by her mother. So this day arrived and he picked the Giriraj Govardhan and everybody was under the Govardhan, the foothill. So Madhvi also came out and she's standing under the Govardhan. She said that who has picked up the Govardhan?
बोले ये गोवर्धन कृष्ण
So
ने
he said
उठाया
that
है।
this Govardhan has been picked by Krishna.
लाखों लोग खड़े
So
थे,
there were thousands
लाखों,
and
और
lakhs of
माधवी
people.
सबसे पीछे थी।
And Madhvi
और
was
जिसने कहा कृष्ण ने गोवर्धन
so
उठाया
behind.
है,
And
वो
when she said
माधवी
that
कृष्ण को तो
Krishna
देख ही
has
नहीं
picked,
पाई।
she couldn't
गोवर्धन पे
see
जो उंगली
Krishna.
होती है, उंगली में जो नाखून होता है, माधवी ने दूर से कृष्ण के
So
हाथ का
from
नाखून
distance,
देखा,
she just
और उस
saw
नाखून में से जो
the
रंग, जो प्रकाश, जो सुंदरता बह रही थी,
fingernail of
माधवी तो पागल हो
Krishna.
गई।
And by
बोली
just
मेरी
seeing the
माँ ने
effulgence of
मुझे
that,
क्या
she
पिला
turned
दिया,
mad.
क्या
She
सुना
said
दिया,
that
इसका
what
नख
my
इतना
mother has
सुंदर
done.
है।
So a
उसका
person who has
नख
such a
देखा, वो तो
beautiful
पूरी जमीन
nail,
को चीरते हुए आगे बढ़ी, आगे
how
आकर
much he
देखा तो
would be
हाथ,
beautiful. So when she came
आगे आकर
forward, she
देखा
saw
तो
his hand
उनका चरण, उनका मस्तक
and
धीरे धीरे
his
चेहरा,
feet,
वो
etc.
पागल सी हो
And
गई।
gradually she saw him and she became
और
crazy by
फिर
just seeing him.
फिर ये सारा केस समाप्त हुआ, गोवर्धन लीला समाप्त हुई, सब
And
लोग
the
अपने घर गए,
Govardhan Leela
लेकिन माधवी
ended
तो
or
वहीं पर
concluded.
खड़ी रह गई।
Everybody went home, but Madhvi was standing
और
there
कृष्ण को कहा कि मैं आपको
and
देखना
told
चाहता,
Krishna,
कृष्ण ने
I
कहा
want to
जैसे
see
मैं
you.
देखना चाहता था,
He
उस
said
दिन
that
तो तुम
when
अपना
I
दर्शन
wanted
नहीं
to see
करा
you,
रही थी,
you did
और
not
मैं
want
भी
to show
तेरे से
your face.
रूठ
Now,
गया हूँ। तुझे
even I
मुझे
don't want
प्राप्त
to see
करने
you.
के लिए
So
100 साल तप करना पड़ेगा। जय
to
श्री कृष्ण।
attain me, now you have
सुनिए
to
आप
perform 100
चिंतन
years of
वाली बात,
austerity. So
वही
just
माधवी
listen
कलयुग में
that Madhvi
मारवाड़ की मीराबाई बनकर
in
आई।
Kali Yuga
और
came or
मीराबाई में कौन
manifested
थे?
as Mirabai.
मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल, दूसरो न कोई। मीराबाई गिरधर
And she used to
गोपाल स्वरूप
venerate
को
Giridhar
मानती थी,
Gopal.
गिरिराज धरण को मानती थी, उनके गिरधर गोपाल थे। तो अपने माँ, अपने समाज, अपने व्यवहार के
So
कारण
just because of
द्वापर में
her
तो
mother
चली
and her
गई,
behavior, she
लेकिन
missed
कलयुग में
in the
व्यवहार ने
Dwapar,
पकड़ लिया।
but in Kali
चाहे
Yuga she
दुनिया
got
यहाँ से
hold.
वहां हो जाए,
No matter
लेकिन गिरधर
how much she
गोपाल को
was
नहीं
ridiculed,
छोड़ना है।
but she
तो
didn't
इस
left
प्रकार से
Giridhar
हम
Gopal.
लोग अक्सर कहा करते हैं
So
कि
sometimes we
मीरा
say
के प्रभु गिरधर नागर।
that
तो ये गिरधर गोपाल, गिरिराज
Giridhar
धरण,
Gopal
ये
or
मीराबाई
Giriraj
ने
Dharan,
इस स्वरूप का दर्शन किया था,
when she
और इसी
saw
स्वरूप को
him,
उन्होंने पूजा था।
and that
तो
is
इस
why she
प्रकार से
venerated
बहुत
him
सुंदर
in
भगवान
his
श्री
form.
कृष्ण की गिरिराज धरण लीला, लीला तो अनंत है, असीम
So
अपार
his
है,
pastimes are
लेकिन यहीं पर हम
innumerous,
विराम करते हैं।
but we will
आप सभी भक्त बड़े भाव से, बड़े प्रेम
conclude
से
here.
इस
You
कथा
all
को
have been
श्रवण
listening with
करते
so
हैं।
much
आप
love
सभी भक्तों
and
का
affection.
धन्यवाद
I'm really
और
grateful
विशेष
to all of
धन्यवाद
you, and I
हमारे
especially want to
कथा के
thank
आयोजक
the
श्रीमती
organizers of
नलिनी
this
देव माता को,
Katha, the
जिनके
Nalini
भाव और प्रेम से ये
Mataji,
कथा का रस
for
बह रहा
her
है,
love
और
that
हम सब लोग
this
ये आनंद ले रहे हैं।
mellow is flowing and we
ये
all are
माधवी
getting
की
this
कथा
bliss.
मुझे नलिनी माता को देख के ही याद आई।
So I remembered this
भाग्य से तो
Madhvi's
बहुत
Katha
नीचे
by
थी,
seeing her.
लेकिन जो ट्रिगर होना ना, ये बहुत बड़ी चीज होती है। तो धन्यवाद आप लोगों का भाव
Thank you
हमें
so much
हैं,
because
जो
of your
कथा
mellows
के रूप में प्रस्तुत होकर आता है
and
और
emotions
इतने अच्छे
is
से
presented in
कथा
the
श्रवण
Bhagavatam.
श्रद्धा से
You
करते हैं,
all have been listening
ताकि
with so
हम
much
सब इसका
faith,
आनंद ले पाता है
and we
पाते
all
हैं।
are able
तो
to
धन्यवाद। आइए
enjoy
चतुर्थ
the
दिन की
bliss.
कथा का हम
So let's
आरंभ
conclude the
गुरु की
session
कृपा
of
के
the
साथ
4th
करें।
day with Jai Jaikar.
ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की, श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की।